go downstairs when your phone dies. I did, and someone proved they'd been watching me. Laundromat basement in Astoria, 1:17 a.m., Tuesday, January 13th. My laundry bag moved on its own, just a few inches, like it was making room for something I couldn't see. This was real, in NYC, last Tuesday, January 13th. When I opened the steel service door, I saw a fresh strip of white tape with my name on it, written like someone was practicing. I'd come from a late shift in Midtown, tie loose, still tasting subway air. I needed clean clothes for an interview in the morning. That's the only reason I ignored every instinct. The laundromat on Steinway was open, bright in that sick fluorescent way. It smelled like warm detergent and damp concrete. A muted TV ran captions. An orange sign by the change machine said, "Use basement dryers after midnight." I'd seen the basement door, gray, heavy, always shut, but I'd never used it. My phone hit 2% while I was loading the washer. I plugged it into an outlet, but the cord was frayed and kept slipping out. Then the screen went black. No flashlight, no texts, just my reflection in dead glass and the buzz of lights. When the washer unlocked, I stuffed wet clothes into my blue IKEA bag and shoved the basement door open with my shoulder. The stairwell smelled like pennies and wet drywall. The light down there blinked 3 times, paused, then steadied. My footsteps sounded too loud. The basement was low-ceilinged with pipes overhead and a boiler radiating exhausted heat. 2 dryers hummed against the far wall, both displays reading 0000. A metal shelf held lint traps and a clipboard. Dark stains spread across the concrete like old spills. I set my bag down. Thud. Echo. 3 blinks. A strip of tape was suddenly stuck to the bag handle. My first name in uneven marker, letters slightly wrong, like it had been copied. The tape felt warm when I touched it, like it had just been pressed on. I yanked it off. Under it was a faint chalk smudge, shaped like a circle. I opened the nearest dryer. Inside, dead center on the drum, was a laminated photo card. It was me. Same laundromat, same night. Taken from behind at the folding table. You could see my tie, my shoulders hunched, my phone glowing in my hand before it died. The angle was too low and too close, like someone had been right behind my knees. On the back, turn 12. This place didn't do turns. There was no ticket dispenser. I'd never seen anyone take a number here. 3 blinks. The dryer display changed from 00 to 12. Then it started counting down. 11:59, 11:58, like it had been waiting for me to notice. I backed toward the stairs and grabbed the door handle. The door moved an inch, then stopped. Not locked, just held. Gentle pressure, steady, like a hand on the other side. No voice, no footsteps. "Hey," I said, trying to sound annoyed instead of scared. "I need to get out." Silence. I yanked harder. The handle bit my palm. The door didn't budge. Then I let go. I didn't want to scream. I wanted this to be a misunderstanding so badly that I gave whoever it was time. The pressure disappeared instantly. 3 blinks. A new strip of tape was on my bag where I'd ripped the old one off. This one said, "Don't rush." My mouth went dry. I moved to the metal shelf, pretending I was just waiting for the dryer. The clipboard on top said, "Dryer maintenance," but the notes weren't about belts or vents. They were about people. Turn 9. Earbuds. Doesn't look up. Turn 10. Older man. Counts quarters twice. Turn 11. Woman with red scarf. Leaves bag unattended. Then, in fresher ink, turn 12. Male, 20s. Tie. Phone dies. Behind the clipboard were clear zip bags, a Metro card with turn 7 written on it, a keyring with turn 8, a cheap bracelet, a student ID with the photo scratched out, small trophies labeled, a system. I noticed the chalk wasn't just on my bag. There were faint circles on the floor, half wiped, like targets. One by the dryers, one near the boiler, one directly beneath the stair door. Someone had been marking where people stood. In the dust of lint and grit, my shoe prints overlapped the newest circle perfectly, like I'd stepped into a traced outline. I tried my phone out of habit, pressing the side button until my thumb hurt. Nothing. I held it up anyway, using the dead screen as a mirror. For a second, in the black reflection, I thought I saw a shape behind me. Shoulders, head, too close. Then the fluorescence steadied, and it was just pipes and shadow. But the smell changed, too. From detergent to something metallic and stale, like a radiator room that hasn't been opened in years. 3 blinks. The dryer door was open again. I knew I'd closed it. My wet clothes were inside, but folded. Neat stacks like someone took their time. Socks paired, shirts smoothed. And on top, placed like a gift, was my phone. Dead screen, but dry, warm. On the back of the case, a chalk mark, 12 circled 3 times. That's when I heard something near the boiler, a soft drag of fabric, like a sleeve brushing pipe insulation. I didn't see anyone. I didn't need to. I lunged for the stair door and pulled with everything I had. This time it swung open so fast I stumbled up. The upstairs air hit me, cooler, normal. I didn't stop until I was under the bright lights again. The owner, a woman with her hair in a tight bun, looked up from behind the counter. Her eyes flicked to my face and away like she didn't want problems. "You good?" she asked, flat. I wanted to show her the photo card. I wanted to drag her to the basement shelf of trophies. Instead, I heard myself say, "Yeah, thought I forgot something." My voice sounded normal. That terrified me. My blue IKEA bag was back on the folding table where I'd started, even though I hadn't brought it up. The handle had one more strip of tape. "See you upstairs." I didn't finish my laundry. I walked out with damp clothes and a dead phone, and I didn't look back at the glass storefront. The lobby of my building smelled faintly of cheap detergent, the exact kind the laundromat used. I told myself it was my clothes. My key went into my apartment lock too smoothly, like the grooves had been learned. Inside, nothing was ransacked. It was subtle. A chair angled toward the hallway, my towel hung the wrong way. The AC remote centered, like someone wanted me to notice order. On the counter was my laundromat card, dry, clean, placed alone. A strip of tape was stuck to it. Turn 13. At 9:12 a.m., my phone turned on with 100% battery. No weird apps, no missed calls, just one new photo. My apartment door from the hallway, taken close enough to show scratch marks around my peephole. And in the bottom corner of the frame, barely in it, the blue curve of an IKEA bag handle, like it was waiting outside for me to go downstairs again.